Hey everyone, welcome to lesson number 3. Now we have all of our numbers, but you can see that the morphing effect is really messy right now. Doesn't look good at all. It looks like when Adobe Flash was beginning, well, it wasn't even Adobe, that it makes some weird transition, and there was no way to fix that. But on After Effects, gladly we can fix this kind of morph. Although it could be better to fix these morphing effects, but we can work around with what we have until now on After Effects. So let's begin. First, I want to make this transition better because right now it's moving from 5 to the shape to the 4, but it's really weird looking. So first thing that I want to do is I want to I want the number 4 to keep on 1 second. For example, right now it's moving from 5 to 4, but it immediately goes to morph to the 3 number. So you can see that the 5 had some time so that we can see it. So we need to do that the same thing with the 4. And that's actually quite simple. Just copy the keyframe where the 4 is, move a little bit, and paste it again. Now you can move all the frames. Don't worry about keeping 1 second distance because it doesn't matter right now. We just want the animation to go smooth. So now when we get to 4, it gets for a second there. Maybe we can narrow it down just a little bit so that we have time to see the 4. All right. Now let's fix this transition from 5 to 4. This is quite simple to do. First, take the 5 path let's zoom in just a little bit, and if you take a look at this, let me take this a little bit narrow, and if you take a look at this shape, you can see that we have a lot of anchor points, and we have a big anchor point here, a big square. This means that this is the first vertex, so this is where the transition will begin. So it's right now it's morphing from this point to this other point on the shape, and then it goes to the 4 where this main vertex is here on the right part. So the idea here is to make the main vertex always on top so that the transition doesn't look weird. So to do that, I'm going to take my 5 shape, I'm going to take the pen tool, and I'm going to create a new point here. Just click here, and now you have a point. Now right click on this, go to mask and shape path, and select this set first vertex. When you do that, you can see that now the big square is this one, because this will be the main vertex. So this is where the transition will begin. So now when we move to the shape, you can see that the transition is much smoother because it doesn't have to move this point to this other side. It just moves this point to the left just a little bit. Now when we go to the 4, now it will make a weird rotation here. So we need to set this one as our main vertex. Let's try with this one first. Mask and shape path and select set first vertex, and let's see how this works. Now you can see that the transition is way better now. you can see that we don't have so many points, so many weird points as we used to be. Alright, so we are done with the 4, with the transition on to the 5 and the 4. So now we need to, of course, we need to change this keyframe and paste it here. Okay, now we need to make the transition from 4 to 3. Now let's repeat the same process as we did before. Take this a little bit. Now copy the shape path on the middle of the 4 and the 3, and this will result in this. Of course, we need to change the 3 path, because right now the first vertex is this one, and I want this to be, let's see, this one should be the main vertex. So click on it, mask and shape path, set the first vertex, and yes, this transition is okay. Now we just move a little bit and duplicate the 3 layer so that we see a little bit of the 3. Move everything and go to the shape path, copy and paste it in the middle between the 3 and the 2. Now on the 2, we need to set this vertex again on the top, set first vertex, and you can see that the transition is much better now. Alright, now we need to duplicate these 2 paths and then make the final transition finally here. Move to the number 1, and we can set this one as our main vertex. Okay, let's see. Alright, then we move just a little bit more, and we can trim the composition up to this point. Let's see what we have here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have a nice morphing right now, but it can be even better. So we are going to add some rotations to this number, and we are going to offset the path just a little bit, and that will make the things look way better. So let's go to the next lesson.